Pardon me. I forgot to start the music. Here, thing, do us a favor. Have a seat. Good morning. It's Friday, mon cher. I'm not very good at doing Morticia's voice. I'm just not. I'm not good. Good morning, everyone. It's Friday, and here is my second look for the Halloween season. I give you Morticia Adams, and I'm a little too short and round to really pull her off. So, here you have it. Here we have it. Hold on a second. I can't hear anything. And my desk is a disaster. Everything is a disaster. Everything is a disaster. There we go. Now I can hear things. So I was just, pruning some roses this morning. Get that eyebrow peaked. So there you have it. Look number 2. Dos. Deux. As Morticia would say. Visage numéro 2. Those candles out. There you go. There you go. All right, guys. Sorry I wasn't here yesterday. I have not been feeling good. I keep getting these headaches. They've just been awful. This is a very cheap Spirit Halloween wig as well. Very plastic and tangly. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. I've not been feeling good. I've had like a cold or something, and I keep getting these headaches. It has not been fun. And we learned a very valuable lesson yesterday. I also didn't have my footstool ready. Good for the lower back. Learned a valuable lesson yesterday. We cannot do the watch parties on YouTube. Yeah, I got a warning. Got a nice little warning. We will be doing the watch parties on Discord. If you are a member, a lieutenant in the Nerdling Army or higher, go to the membership page and you'll see the link. Go to the Discord, and there's a special channel just for the watch parties. So, before we go any further, do me a huge solid. Hit the like button, subscribe if you are new, ring the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with more of this nerdy nonsense, and possibly consider joining as a member of the channel so that you can join us for all the fun members only stuff that we do. And I am going to add emojis this weekend. I'm behind on a lot of things in my household, which then makes me behind on all this stuff with the channel as well. So I'm going to get on top of that today. I'm going to add some more emojis and stuff. Anyway, it's time to yell good morning at everyone. I'm going to move some stuff because it's in my way and I can't see, and I'm already really distracted because this wig, again, I have a headache. I'm wearing a wig and a wig cap, and my hair is in a tight bun. But if you like the Morticia look, let me know. Let me know. Leave it in the chat. Let's yell good morning at everyone. Remember, members get their good mornings first. And look at that. Already we have a brand new member. Let's get that fanfare. Welcome, Patricia Barrett. Welcome to the Nerdling Army. Welcome. I got lipstick. Sorry. Welcome to the Nerdling Army, Patricia. I'll have to check. Let me know what level you are, because I can't see it from here. I can't see it. It doesn't tell me. And Sean has re-upped. Yay, Sean. Welcome back, Lieutenant Stackhouse. I think you're a lieutenant. I think that's what that is. I'm very look, I need like stuff on that shows up on StreamYard. That there we go. That shows up on StreamYard that I can see exactly what it is. But good morning, Patricia, Lieutenant Patricia, and Lieutenant Stackhouse. Good morning. Good morning, Lieutenant Penny. Lieutenant Penny was there when YouTube was like, no, you cannot do that. That's a big no-no. That's a big no-no. You can't do that. All right, guys. Let's say good morning to everyone else. Good morning, Omari. I still haven't seen season 1 of Peacemaker. Based on everyone's reactions to the finale, sounds like I should skip it all together. Listen, season 1 of Peacemaker, totally different show. Watch it. It's fantastic. I loved it. I absolutely loved it, loved it, loved it. I've watched it so many times. It's so good. That's why season 2 is such a massive disappointment for me. Like, seriously. I'm dead serious. It's Music City Soul, good morning. Yeah, let's talk about this episode. Very meh, but the implications are huge. Good morning, Fernando. Buenos dias, sir. Who else we got? Good morning, Maria. Happy Friday to you as well. Good morning, Hunter Iggy. Danny, and have you read Salvation DC Run? And I can't wait to see Amanda Waller in Checkmate. And I think Red Flag Senior's on a power trip. And what would you like to see in the deal? Well, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Maria said yes. Very underwhelming. Very underwhelming. Good morning, We the People TV. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, bot over at Kick. Oh God, Kick has so many bots. I feel like the only people that watch me on Kick are bots. If I could just get my Facebook page fixed, Facebook, do you see this, Facebook? Fix my page, Facebook. Like, that's not cool at all. I'm not impersonating myself. How can someone impersonate themselves? It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. All right, guys. It's time to get started. Time to get started and talk some headlines. Again, as always, we're just going to chit-chat about a couple of headlines first, and then we're going to dive into our main topic, which is our full review on Peacemaker Season 2 finale, probably the end of the Peacemaker series altogether. I'm telling you, the only people I have seen that absolutely loved this finale are basically bots over on Threads. Like, I got attacked on Threads. I hate Threads. I hate Blue Sky. Like, this is just some very delusional individuals over there who think that the world is sugar plums and daffodils. And if you don't agree with that, then how dare you? How dare you? So, all right, let's get into it. Woo, buddy. So, what do we want to do first? Let's get this out of the way. I'm very excited about this because, all right, I'm normally, I don't watch these without you guys. I want to give you my honest opinion, but I happened to watch this last night after the finale because I needed a palate cleanser. Truly. Isn't that right thing? We needed a palate cleanser. I wonder if I can. My daughter made this. Did I tell you guys that before? My daughter made this. He is ceramic, so I have to be careful with him. So I needed a palate cleanser to be able to sleep because I was afraid I was going to have one of those nightmares where you just can't punch things hard enough. So what I saw, it looked really good, and I'm going to watch it with you guys. This, of course, is a trailer that is absolutely not my content. We are simply going to give it a review and some commentary. So, did you hear that, HBO? Warner Brothers Discovery? Here we go. This is the first official trailer for A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, a new spin-off from the Song of Ice and Fire franchise. Your palate cleanser was Stargirl? Lord. Woo! Damn. All right, here we go.
I was squire to Sir Arlen of Pennytree since I was a boy.
So he dies. That is Sir Duncan the Tall, who I believe in the books he turns out to be an ancestor of Brienne of Tarth. Omari says, I wonder if this will have a new opening theme or if it will reuse the Game of Thrones theme like House of the Dragon did. That is actually a really good question. It's a really good question. I mean, it's a good theme. It's a really good theme. All right, here we go.
They charged me to be a good knight.
Charged me to
defend the weak and the innocent. And I swore that I would.
This is Sir Duncan the Tall. As I said,
are you Baelor Targaryen?
Love this.
No.
Then would you move the fuck out of the way?
Are you Baelor Targaryen? Good morning, Ensign Loki. Is this the one with Duncan Egg or whatever his name is? Yes, you have Sir Duncan the Tall and Egg, his squire. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But that's funny. Are you Baelor Targaryen?
Sorry.
What's your name?
Sir Duncan the Tall.
Never heard of him.
Yes, Egg. Close to mate because he has alopecia.
Do you know every knight in the Seven Kingdoms then?
The good ones. If you could bring me to Ashford, I could squire for you, sir.
Rob me, and I'll hunt you down with dogs.
You don't have dogs!
I'll get some.
Where?
Oh!
Poor kid. I know. Listen, I just have to say this. I basically made peace with the fact that we are never, ever going to get the Winds of Winter or Dream of Spring. Just never going to happen.
Boy, stop gaping. Sit to my horse.
I'm not a stable boy, my lord.
Not clever enough.
I know I'm just a hedge knight, but sometimes I think there could be more.
Why do you treat these royal lapdogs like they're your betters?
They are my betters. These men have a name.
So this is, I think, 83 years after House of the Dragon, 100 years before the events of Game of Thrones. So it's like in between both. Hey, good morning, birthday twin. Red 5 brother DJ. What's up? Hello.
I'm trading. What chance do I have?
So that
I have no chance.
Falling star brings luck to those who see it.
So the luck is ours alone?
This looks better than House of the Dragon to me. Am I crazy for saying that? Am I? Because this looks really good. Look at
I
this.
fight honorably. But sometimes I think I buried my courage alongside the old man.
Within every man, there are many men. So be brave.
Oh, buddy.
Be just.
Look at the size of that sword. Huge. It's huge.
Be just.
Oh, my. Yeah. Oh, get up.
Be tall.
Be tall. Duncan the Tall. What? Are you kidding me, Patricia? You used to do this? Listen, I need to know more. That is fascinating. Fascinating. That is absolutely fascinating. Sean says, absolute Batman would have drop kicked that bald kid like a football because he's a dick. DJ says, the quality of visuals have improved. I hope the writing follows suit. Agreed. At least since Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 4. Weed the People. I don't know, Danny. House of the Dragon is pretty fire. It is. I do enjoy it. Maria says, not a fan of this trailer. Game of Thrones should have taken a break before another spinoff. Now, to be fair, they have been working on this for a long time. Long time. That is absolutely crazy. Sword, shield, great up. We need pictures, Patricia. Pictures or it didn't happen. Scuttlebutt Podcast says chainmail is a pain to walk and twerk in. Just saying. Ro, we want to know how you know that. By the way, good morning. We want to know how you know that. By the way, I never thought I would be too dark complected for Morticia Addams. This was a challenge today. I almost went through all of my white foundation. Ro would know about twerking and chainmail. Oh, buddy. Listen, I think this looks fantastic. It comes out January 18th. I'm really, really looking forward to it. I'm a huge Song of Ice and Fire fan. Like, seriously. Huge. I've read most of the books. Like, dare I not naturally be pale? I thought I was. Apparently not pale enough. I don't have enough European in me to pull off Morticia Addams. I had to really work for it. Scuttlebutt Podcast. What's going on in Hollywood? It seems like every franchise has a child playing an opposite to adult nowadays. Well, this comes from a book. Duncan and Egg. Duncan the Tall and Egg. And I agree with Weed the People TV. Hit that like button. Hit it like it owe you money. Let's go. Don't forget, memberships still open. We're still accepting members. All right, guys. So what did you think of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms trailer? Leave it in the chat below. Do you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts? Omari, I still need to read Fire and Blood. Oh, the Targaryen. I've read that one. I did a breakdown of it. It should be on the channel still, unless I deleted it. But, yeah, I read that one long time ago. The entire show of House of the Dragon is based on one chapter of Fire and Blood. It's based on one chapter of the Targaryen history, the Fire and Blood book. One chapter. Just the one. Sean Stackhouse, the trailer would have been better if Duncan MacLeod was in it. Game of Thrones needs a Highlander. Omari, House of the Dragon Season 1 really surprised me after the Thrones finale disappointed us all. Hopefully the show recaptures some of that early Thrones magic. That is what I am hoping. That is what I am hoping as well. Absolutely. That's what we need. Patricia says, Danny, photo sent. Check DM. I will try to check that real quick. Oh, wow. That is legit. Which one's you? Are you the one in red? Oh, that's super cool. I don't know if you guys can. I can't pull it up on the. That is really cool. I'm impressed. I would love to do that. I would love my own suit of armor. I kind of have I've got like a carapace that I made for a House of the Dragon cosplay. That's super cool. Very impressive. I would love legit armor. Like, I have one that I made out of foam. Hold on. My shoe fell off. And I have to switch. Okay. All right, guys. We're going to move on to our next topic. Apparently, the first trailer for Wonder Man is supposed to drop tomorrow after their panel at New York Comic Con. I could honestly care less. They've released a teaser, they've released all these pictures and crap, but I feel like Simon Williams' Wonder Man is an incredibly complex and complicated character, and I don't feel like today's MCU is really picking up on that. He's not just an actor. I mean, he was a stuntman more than he was an actor, first of all. And he went through so much. I mean, he was SA'd by Wanda, by the Scarlet Witch. He went through some terrible, terrible stuff that really, really messed with him. And I don't feel like they understand that about the character, and they're going that route. It feels like they're going just really silly with him, like he's some self-absorbed actor, big time celebrity Hollywood actor, and he wasn't exactly ever a big time A-lister, not to my knowledge. Not in the Marvel universe. So God, this wig is crazy. So I don't feel like they understand the character. He's off at all. This isn't like with Ironheart where Ironheart wasn't ever a popular character to begin with. She was a failed comic series. So sometimes, with the right writers, with the right empathy and focus and quality and attention, you can turn a kind of a crappy character or comic run into something good on the big screen. Like, again, we reference Guardians of the Galaxy over and over again in this. I mean, even Scarlet Scarab in Moon Knight. Nobody even knew about the Scarlet Scarab at all until they gender swapped it to a woman and showed up in Moon Knight. I feel like what they did to the character in Moon Knight made it more interesting, made it better. It fit better. It worked. That's like one of the very rare few occurrences where that actually worked. But with Wonder Man, it's just like they're like, yeah, we got to do something. So, just do that. Whatever. Who cares? It's just not great. We the People TV agrees, says I'm feeling mad about it. If it doesn't connect to the next Avengers, what are we doing? Sean Stackhouse says the Disney Plus shows are just awful. For the most part, I completely agree with you. WandaVision was amazing. Loki was great. I liked Moon Knight. I thought Miss Marvel was adorable. Hey, good morning, Dom Riley. Yeah, I'm sorry. Here we go. And I have thing. Mysterious and spooky. They're all together kooky. The Addams Family. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Woo. Making a series of a failed comic book was a dumb decision. One that, especially when they put zero effort into it whatsoever and then attack the audience over it. When you attack your fans, you attack the people that are paying you money, it's never going to translate into more money ever. So they keep throwing different logos at us for it. And it just makes me feel like it's goofy, unserious, and trite. So, not looking forward to it, personally speaking. So, if you have any more questions, comments, emotional outbursts about the Wonder Man series, and Wonder Man getting a trailer tomorrow, leave it in the chat below. Loki, wait, which show off a failed comic? There's been like 40. DJ, we got spoiled by connectivity. We can have a series that are separate. It's the same with Star Wars. He's got a point. There's nothing wrong with having standalones. In fact, that's what made Star Trek so great. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But if it's not any good, then what's the point? Good morning, Maria. I'm trying, but I have a headache and I might be a little bit too Latin and short and round to pull off the chat. I just about ran out all of my white foundation. How do... Okay, well, first, wig. Again, wig. Wig. The secret is I don't. I'm just really good at faking it. Yes. I'm wearing Crocs and shorts. Facts. Wearing Crocs and shorts. All right, guys. So according to Deadline, a Clue TV series is in the works. Dana Fox from Wicked and Nicholas Stoller from The Muppets are developing the series. It could be amazing. It could be a great series. But it won't be. That's what I feel in my soul. It's just not. Come up with new things. Can we please come up with new things? Please? Pretty please? Come up with new things? I would love new things. Oh my God. Pardon me. Muddy or other Maria. Are you an Uncle Fester fan? So much. I almost tried to pull off Uncle Fester. Oh. Really considered it. Omari, for the Clue cast, there should be 5 people and a talking dog. Oh my gosh. DJ, every week the plot is shown from a different character's perspective. That it should be, they should take the Clue movie with Tim Curry as a template. Madeline Kahn, flames, flames, flames all over my face. Flames. Love her. Love her. But they won't. They're going to do something weird and modern and boring. I'm really getting jaded. I'm getting so jaded and bitter. And I don't want to be. But they keep letting me down. And I hate it. Hate it so much. Stop letting me down. Oh no. Someone get Roe. Omari invoked him. Just give it to Rian Johnson and turn it into a Knives Out TV show. We've invoked Roe's favorite director. Clue is my family's favorite board game. And I just have the concerns all over. You put a hot pink wig on your wig. Dude, please save your hair. Trust me. The science of hair was the reason. The science of hair is like why I loved hair so much, why I still love hair. And it was also why I think people secretly hated to come to me, because I would tell them, like, please do not force me to destroy your hair. It'll come out in a week and your hair's going to be dry and damaged and you're going to hate it. Hate it. Oh, so stressful. And trying to explain how hair color works. Like it's not like, okay, so you just get this jar of color and it just appears as that color. Like color theory works universally, including your hair. And trying to explain that to the average Southeast Missouri, Midwestern housewife was the most challenging part of my job. It was so challenging. So challenging. All right. Oh, we got a first look at one of my favorite Mortal Kombat characters, Kitana. She looks pretty good. My favorite move. The fans. Spit in the fans. I used to drive my brother crazy with it. Stop doing special moves, Danny. Stop. Because I would get him in the corner. Because back then, you could like, it was only like it's only like one dimensional, wasn't it? Like you could only move side to side. And so I would get him in the corner of the screen and like do the fan thing and like get him up in the air and then bring him down. And he gets so mad. Stop doing special moves. So, yeah. Very excited to see her. There's that. Moving on. Where's the thing I was looking for? What did I say? I didn't put it in my notes today, so I apologize. Oh, the Minecraft movie has announced there will be a sequel hitting theaters July 23rd, 2027. I fear for what the children are going to do this time. Please do not bring more live chickens to movie theaters. Please. Chicken poop is disgusting, and those chickens were probably terrified. So, anyway, for those of you who loved the Minecraft movie, I mean, for better or for worse, it made Warner Brothers money. It made Warner Brothers a lot of money. It's probably, listen, according to Forbes, Superman lost $45 million. Minecraft made them a lot of money. So, of course, they're going to do a sequel. It got kids in the theater. Lots of kids. So, of course, there is a sequel, and it comes out July 23rd, 2027. So, jot that down. July 23rd, 2027. Minecraft sequel. And it says, Building Terrain. See you in theaters. July 23rd, 2027. There you have it. We've got some location leaks from Superman Brand New Day. Tom Holland slinging some webs. And, of course, Michael Mando, our first shots of him back as Scorpion on location. There we go. He's back. Coming out of a helicopter. Anyone excited for Spider-Man Brand New Day? Spider-Man is my daughter's favorite character. Tom Holland, I believe, is her favorite Spidey, which gets her into arguments with her brother. His is Toby. Oh my God, this wig. Plastic. Oh God, I hope that Disney's learning some stuff. I hope that they're learning some lessons, but I really don't think that they are. So, I mean, the Spider-Man movies have been pretty good. Not gonna lie. So the best Marvel movies to come out as of late have been Spider-Man movies. So hopefully they just, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But we shall see. We shall see. All right, guys, I can pick up what you're throwing down. Let's talk the Peacemaker finale. Media says, I'm concerned Brand New Day has too many characters. That is a fair assessment. That is a fair assessment. And I've said that myself, and people will throw at me, well, Spider-Man is known for taking on multiple characters all the time. I'm like, yeah, but can these writers handle it? We're not talking about can the fictional freaking character handle it. We're talking about the writers. Can the writers, can the director, can the producers handle that kind of a workload? Not the fictional character, genius. The writers. That's our concern. Is a legitimate concern, Media. Legitimate. Sean Stackhouse, why the heck would you use something from Final Crisis for your brand new universe? Listen. James Gunn doesn't care about making sense. First of all, I want to preface by saying something I've said a bajillion times, that I've always been a fan of James Gunn's creative work. Him as a filmmaker. Been a fan of that. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Volume 3 is actually my favorite. I like the Suicide Squad. I love Peacemaker season 1. I love it. I think it's so good. I've watched it so many times. Absolutely love it. So good. I liked Superman. Didn't love it. Liked it. And up until the finale of Peacemaker, I liked it. Didn't love it. But when we got to episode 7, I kind of explained to you guys that it felt like a bunch of how do I put this? Like a fistful of like a collection of pearls, but not strung together. It was just all disjointed, nothing connected. They were almost entirely all standalone episodes, nothing of substance, nothing moved the plot. There was no plot. It was just there. It was just there. There were some great moments, mostly Tim Meadows and Steve Agee. Agee or Agee? I think it's Steve Agee. And Eagly. The whole Prime Eagle thing was absolutely pointless. Pointless. You could have left that entirely out. Was it a great moment? Yeah, but honestly, pointless. He just wanted to do it to get Michael Rooker in the season. It was just mostly pointless stuff. You had the quantum unfolding chamber with 99 doors that we were aware of that led to different universes. The possibilities with that were mind-blowing, and he kept hyping that up. He said himself in Real Anarchy brought it back out. James Gunn said himself, we have some really big stars from the DC universe that are going to be near the end of the season. No one. Who the fuck was he talking about? Was he talking about Lex Luthor? Was that it? Lex Luthor and what's his face? Happernan or whatever his name was. That seriously, that dude, the dude with the glasses, that's the big star. Shut up. No, he knew exactly what he was doing. We thought he was talking about Blue Beetle. We thought Booster Gold was going to show up. We thought a lot of things because he was teasing it. He's trolling us. This entirely felt like he was trolling us. Every single episode of season 1 gave you so much information and drove the plot forward. Every moment of it gave you information and drove the plot forward. This one was just like screwing with us the whole time. It gave us a whole lot of nothing. Gunn has said when he was told we want Peacemaker season 2, he had just got done with Superman. He was trying to put together Supergirl to get that into production. He's not writing it. I said he was trying to get it into production, get that all set up to go. He was on vacation. He wanted to take his vacation. He didn't want to write. He didn't want to work. And they were like, you got to write it. Get to work. He didn't want to do it, but he did it anyway. You can tell that creative process was dead in him. He was not into it at all. Teaser for Wonder Man just dropped. All right, well, give me 2 seconds and we'll watch it. Excuse me. I told you I'm not feeling great. It was just like he was screwing with us the whole time. I mean, if I had written that episode, and I never say this, not once do I say something so arrogant, like, you know what? I could have written that better. My idea would have been better. Because I think that's really arrogant. Who the fuck am I? Nobody. I'm a YouTuber. I'm a failed author. I'm a retired hairstylist. And I'm going to sit here and talk about what I would have done better to a multi-millionaire, super A-list, famous producer, director, writer, studio head. I'm not that delusional. But honestly, I really think my idea was way better, because what I would have done is had them exploring those doors, and then they run into Blue Beetle, they run into Booster Gold, they run into some old, DC people, like, oh, get people to clap. Just enough fan service. And then all of a sudden, oh no, there's Brainiac. That's what I would have done. And then Lex Luthor and Rick Flag's hubris and revenge gets the better of him and dooms humanity. That would have been so much better. But not once throughout the entire season, not once throughout the entire season did they even tease or hint that this was the direction they were going at all. That would have been a great antagonist instead of this, well, Chris is actually the antagonist to himself bullshit. It just dumb, because it was all throwaway. The Earth X, all of that was basically throwaway in the grand scheme of the entire season, just for them to say, oh, well, they're checkmate now. This is not checkmate. This is not what checkmate is. Like, it's making my headache worse. Good morning, Deandra. By the way, good morning. Hello, welcome. I hope you hit the like button and you subscribe. Just overall opinion of season 2 compared to season 1, like totally different compared to season 1. It's like a totally different show. Season 1 was a tight ship. Everything drove that plot forward. Every single episode was jam-packed with entertainment and information. It was tight. This one, like, we're watching each episode like, okay, and now what? It just didn't connect. It just didn't connect. The skull spiders, the skull spiders were a nod to the Peoples Smith Nick Cage Superman film, the defunct Superman film. That's what that was. Zombies and just Sean Stackhouse, Checkmate isn't going to have a big ass sign on the building. It's a secret agency. It's a secret government agency run by Waller. I'm just, and when they're like, hey, I have a friend who has some ideas, like, we can't let this stand. They're going to make a prison for, all the metahumans. Let's do something about it. Okay, so they're going to go like raid this place and shut it down, right? That's what I thought. And then all of a sudden we see them like setting up desks and stuff. Like, wait, what's happening? What are they like doing, like a fake out? Like, why are they setting up desks? And it's all them like, da, 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 we're happy at work. And then they walk out, they find a way for James Gunn's favorite band to show up on the show. We get to hear that song again. It felt so pointless. It felt so pointless. It could have been so much more. I agree, Sean. Smallville did a much better job with Checkmate than this. This is just really upsetting. Good morning, Sergeant Garatina. Well, looks like Gunn has literally destroyed many people's hopes for DC with the villain he wants for Man of Tomorrow. No comic accurate Brainiac. Yeah, I'm extremely disappointed. Extremely disappointed. I had such high hopes. And he's just, and he was like, this is the first time I've ever been like, wow, this is definitely an example of why we should have studio oversight. Because he was like, I didn't have any oversight. I could do whatever I wanted. Maybe you shouldn't have. Because this was a mess. It was just a mess. It was sloppy. Sean Stackhouse, if we're getting a Checkmate show, I'm absolutely not interested. This is just... What are we doing, James? You're stressing me out, James. Stressing me out. Why? Why are you doing this? Why? I told my son last night, I'm like, well, that was disappointing. Don't even watch season 2 of Peacemaker. Just stay in that bubble of season 1. And he's like, oh, what? No, I like season 2. I said, well, then don't watch the finale because it is a huge letdown. It doesn't feel like a finale at all. Good morning, OJ. Yes, that one. All that buildup for nothing. Exactly my point. Sean Stackhouse, between the Forbes report and Peacemaker season 2, I would fire James Gunn. Well, he's not doing well. I mean, that's just proof right there that just because you're a decent filmmaker doesn't mean you're a great studio head. I mean, sometimes you do need someone to tell you no. Don't do that. This is bad. Tighten this up. Oh my gosh. This was just... It was... I feel like there was more about Harcourt going on than there was about Peacemaker, especially in the last couple episodes. Music City Soul, Gunn hyped it and did not deliver. However, huge implications for Man of Tomorrow and beyond with Planet Salvation. Okay, so for those who don't know, in post Final Crisis, there was a comic run in the Justice League of America called Salvation Run, where a bunch of villains get sent to a planet like on the other end of the universe. And there are different factions like the Joker and Lex Luthor. Like they're they're running different factions. But come to find out, the New Gods kind of use this place as a training ground. And sorry. I'm so sorry, Vader. You know what? We're gonna have to do something about your Mardi Gras beads. They're getting a little out of control. Yeah. So stuff ensues. But Sean's got a really good point here. Like, how do you do salvation when you haven't even established all the villains? Also, the Flash being murdered is what triggered the government to use salvation in the first place. Deandra Mosley, episode 8 feels like the first part of a 2-part finale. Would it be that hard to make a 9th episode to put? Exactly. I mean, that was, if they would have done a 9th and 10th episode and kind of wrapped up everything, connected it better with an episode or 2 more, that'd be a different story. But they just like created a whole new plot in the last episode and just went done. Like, seriously? Good morning, Lieutenant Backyard TARDIS. Sean says James Gunn needs to stay away from New Gods. They'll be corny. They will be. See, that's the thing. They're trading the Flash. That's what I was going to say, and I got distracted. They're trading the Flash for Rick Flag Jr. That's what they're doing. Maybe the Flash is already dead. Music City Soul Facts. Episode 8 felt like a whole new story altogether. And for him to keep saying, it's going to knock your socks off. I'm like, my socks stayed firmly on my feet. They're still on my feet. They've never left my feet, James. You've actually made my socks adhere stronger to my feet. I don't know if my socks will ever come off now. It does, I guess, but I guess they're doing something totally different with Man of Tomorrow, because Planet Salvation is not in Man of Tomorrow. OJ, yes, that one says, for some reason, I thought we were going to get a tease of the Flash or Batman. I thought we were going to get somebody, and it's not for some reason. It's because James Gunn told you were going to see some major players in the DC universe. I thought we were going to see Blue Beetle, Booster Gold, maybe Brainiac, something like that. Nothing. All his fault. John Riley. So does Peacemaker set up Man of Tomorrow? Did I ask you? You asked me that. I don't think it does. I don't think it does at all, because Man of Tomorrow is all about Superman basically learning to be Superman, and Lobo showing up to collect a bounty on him, and a janitor at Star Labs gets mutated into the parasite, and Lex Luthor having to team up with Superman using the Prometheus suit, but turns out he's up to no good. Big whoopity-doo, like we didn't know. So I don't know how this sets up Man of Tomorrow when that's not the story for Man of Tomorrow. You see what I'm saying here? He's always a total liar. He's so full of crap. But it's our fault. It's our fault. In 6 months, we are going to get a tweet or an interview or a podcast where he says, we misunderstood him. We misunderstood him. It's our fault. We just don't understand words correctly. It's our fault. Good morning, Brian. I don't know why they didn't tie together the Earth X storyline and have his brother show up. I know, or GA Robot to take out the Nazis. The last episode was just a setup for the DC. We didn't get what we expected. No, we didn't. We didn't get what we paid for. Call false advertising. Loki, Jimmy already said yesterday that people don't have to watch season 2 to understand Man of Tomorrow. Oh, gosh. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Real Anarchy. Good morning. James Gunn really needs to stay off social media. Yes, he do. It's fine to promote your projects, but he overdoes it. Then when something like this happens, it ends up feeling like a major letdown. It is. He has to own up to it, and he won't. He won't. I felt like it was an absolute mess. This season was a mess. Nothing really connected. There were some great moments. There was some great stuff, but it was all just kind of like over here, over there. Kind of like a bunch of pearls, but not a string of pearls. So totally different from season 1. Total letdown. It does not set up the story of Man of Tomorrow, not as I know it. It's like he picked a bunch of stories from different continuities in the DC comic universe and just said, throw it at the wall, and however it lands, that's what we're going to do. And I'm really disappointed because he is a wonderful filmmaker. He's done some great stuff in the past. And I'm concerned at this point. Some great things could have been done with this season. He could have done some amazing things to set this up. We should have seen Blue Beetle, Booster Gold. We really could have seen a Batman, like a Batman tease. Brainiac. You could have used Brainiac. My creative brain is just like very angry right now. Like, really, dude? There was so much. There was so much. All right. I'm going to look for that Wonder Man trailer. All right, we've got it. Are you guys ready? Oh, Iggy. Danny, don't forget that Peacemaker will show up in Man of Tomorrow. Yeah. He said that Peacemaker is integral. And I don't know about you guys, and I don't quite know how to explain it, but right now the DC universe just feels tiny. It doesn't feel expansive. It just feels tiny. And Peacemaker being an integral part of that, it's like, why? I have so many questions. I'm so sad. Peacemaker was one of my favorite shows. Like, seriously, I watched the first season so many times. Brian says, don't forget, before Man of Tomorrow and Supergirl, we got Lantern series, so who knows if that will tie into any of this. God. I am genuinely looking forward to Lanterns. Now, James is not writing or directing any of that. Hopefully he will get some rest and recharge his creative brain, because again, he said he did not want to write Peacemaker season 2. He was tired. He was overworked. He was on vacation. He didn't want to do it. And that is noticeable. So hopefully he gets some time off and recharges the noggin. So I'm a huge fan of Green Lantern. Jon Stewart is my dude. Woo! Katamia. So let's see. Deandra says, with James Gunn's statement that TV shows won't be required to view the movies, does Peacemaker not making huge set pieces for the DCU fit into that? He said that it See, it's... How do I word this? You really can't take anything he says too seriously, because he goes back and forth constantly. He said that Peacemaker Season 2 directly sets up Man of Tomorrow. It directly sets up the rest of the DCU, but then says you don't have to watch it to understand the rest of the DCU. He also said you didn't have to watch Superman to understand Peacemaker Season 2, but you kind of did. You kind of did, because Lex Luthor and Rick Flag Sr. and a bunch of other characters from Superman were in Season 2. So, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Who knows what he's going to say next and what's true and what's not. I went to see Peacemaker in the DCU. I like Peacemaker. I like John Cena's Peacemaker, but I did not care for this season. I mean, again, there were some great moments. Mostly Tim Meadows, Eagly, and Steve Agee. Yeah. But other than that, it just felt pointless. It felt pointless. Lanterns better not be good. If it's goofy, I will be the first to riot. Good morning, The Last. Hope you like and subscribe. Gunn had the role both the top business decision maker and top creative in charge. He's going to say a lot of contradictory things when switching hats. That's no excuse, though. To be perfectly honest, just don't say anything. Just be like, I can't really speak to that right now. Just wait and see. That's what you do. No comment. No comment. That's why that phrase was created. And the problem is, when you're the studio head and a creative, the hat you're always wearing is studio head. So you always have to talk like you're the studio head. Plain and simple. And I just knocked over my candelabra. Let's see if I can scooch it down. There we go. Got it. James saying that the last 3 episodes are the best thing he's ever made. I mean, he says that stuff all the time. And I don't. Like, really, dude? Stop saying that stuff. Please. Because it's not. The best thing you've ever made was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. That movie was fantastic. Fantastic. All right, guys. Let's check out this Wonder Man trailer, this official Wonder Man trailer. Again, this is not my content. We are just going to review it. There will be pausing, rewinding, fast forwarding, and talking over it. So if you want to watch it without interruption, go watch it on your own. But if you're here, there will be interruption because I don't own the copyright. I don't have a license for it. So
the entertainment world is stunned today when internationally celebrated and reclusive filmmaker Von Kovac sprung out of retirement to sign on for his first franchise film and remake of Wonder Man. Mr. Von Kovac, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for that. And I know your question is, why one more super...
Inspiration for Wonder... We know cinema. So podcast talk about inspiration for Wonder Man. Yeah, I guess so, which concerns me a little bit. OJ asked that one. I wonder if his next playlist is just a Spotify playlist, which that was another thing. The music for this season, not up to par. All right, back to Wonder Man.
Superhero film, man. Everyone is tired of superheroes.
Okay. So Brent Willard. So this looks more like the Simon Williams from the comic book. That's exactly what I was thinking. The president of Baravia. That's the guy who played the president of Baravia. That's what I was thinking. Absolutely. Okay.
Why go see them in the cinema? Wonder Man spoke to me on a deep level.
Oh, look.
There is an opportunity to shine.
So already it's absolutely not Simon Williams.
Audience
Holy
to reimagine a whole genre of storytelling.
Absolutely not Wonder Man. Not Wonder Man, not Simon Williams.
Have you given any thought about casting?
That was it. That was it. Give me something to throw. I don't have anything to. They're laughing at us at this point. You've got to be kidding me. Seriously? That's what we. My head hurts so bad now. My head hurts so bad now. What the shit biscuits? What is this nonsense? So first of all, it's not even actually Wonder Man. It's not even actually Simon Williams. Oh my God. Oh my God. I knew it. I knew it. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan because Wonder Man, the actual Wonder Man, Simon Williams, is such a complex and deep character. He's been through some shit, man. I have a whole breakdown about him on the channel. He's been through some shit. Incredibly complicated character. And they're absolutely not taking it seriously at all. They could really do some stuff with Wonder Man, and they're not doing it right at all. They've created a whole new character and slapped the name Wonder Man on it. I mean, that kind of shit upsets me because who the hell do you think you are to say that you know better than the creator of that character? If you want to make a new character, go make a new character. Don't take someone else's life work and turn it into something you want. I don't understand. I don't understand. Good morning. I'm just throwing shit. I'm throwing shit. I could have Thing go get it for me, but I think he's taking a nap. So Wonder Man isn't even Wonder Man. Deandra, is this Marvel making their version of Michael Keaton's Birdman meta movie about? I'm assuming so. This is just. This is them not making Wonder Man. This is them making a totally different character and putting the name Wonder Man on it. And that is just upsetting for comic book fans. I feel like these last 2 days we have been trolled by DC and Marvel. Like, here we are. Peacemaker season 2 was a mess and a complete letdown. And now Wonder Man isn't even Wonder Man. He's a reboot of a cheesy 60s or 80s film, whatever they're going with. Look at this. We got Trevor. What's going on here? Okay, we got blood splatter. There's the auditions. Not impressed. This isn't Wonder Man. For those who don't know, Wonder Man is his brain engrams, his brain patterns. Those were actually the template for Vision. It's a whole thing. Dom Riley, I hate how Marvel has wasted the great Ben Kingsley. Sir Ben Kingsley. I do love him as Trevor, though. So I'm sorry. I can't completely agree because I laugh every time I see or think of Planet of the Apes. They were just acting like they were riding the horses. They were acting. They were acting. Very funny. Well, listen. That's all I got, guys. That's all I got. If you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about anything we've talked about today, leave it in the chat below. We're going to wrap this up. Make sure you've hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. If you want to help support the channel, consider becoming a member, joining the official Nerdling Army. Joining us on Thursdays on the Discord for our watch parties, our Throwback Thursday theater. For the next several weeks, we will be watching Hercules, The Legendary Journeys. After that, we're moving on to Farscape. Pretty excited about that. I love me some 90s sci-fi. If you want to help support the channel in other ways, super chats are always welcome and extremely helpful. I call it passing the collection plate. It's the only way I get paid for this full-time job here because I'm not fully monetized yet. But if you would like to help support the channel in even other ways, even more ways, that's how you would say that, you can scan that QR code right there. It takes you to buymeacoffee.com/comicsandmua. You can tip me as little or as much as you can. There's also Cash App. Yeah. I'll even take your food stamps if that's what you know, kidding. There's also Patreon, the original official Nerdling Army, over at patreon.com/comics and outtakes, behind the scenes extras, exclusive chats, and just like the memberships for the channel, you get early access to every video I upload. And there was something else, and my headache has just distracted me from it. I am so sorry. Oh, if you request a breakdown, if there's a video or something you want to see me make, you go to the front of the line if you're a member of the channel of the Patreon. And on the Patreon, you get exclusive merch that corresponds to your direct tier, which there are 3 of them, starting as little as $3 a month. And you get them every 3 months for the first year of your membership. So check out patreon.com/comics. And today, for that little nugget, there's also comicsandcosmetics.etsy.com, the official merch store for comics, and hundreds of designs made by yours truly. So if you want some sweet merch and help support the channel, comicsandcosmetics.etsy.com is the way to go. I also have several lists on Amazon. So if you go to amazon.com/shop/comics and ... I have like 10 different lists: recommended reading, recommended viewing, cosmetics, skincare, household stuff, like anything you could possibly need from Amazon. Right there, I've got recommendations. If there are other recommendations of mine that you would like, let me know. I'll make a list for it. So go check that out. I am also an affiliate for several different companies, including Zenni Optical. This QR code right there. Yes. If you need a new pair of glasses, prescription, non-prescription, sunglasses, what have you, use that QR code right there. It will save you 10%. They have over 2,500 different frames and a really cool user interface that shows the frames on you live. So you can decide if they suit you or not. Listen, I have a couple of different pairs of Zenni glasses, and I absolutely love them. I love their IQ lens with Zenni ID Guard. They're amazing. They filter UVA, UVB, UV in general, light from the sun. They transition to sunglasses when I go outside. They filter blue light so I don't get computer headaches. Today I just have a regular old hormone headache. That's fun. But they also filter infrared light to keep unwanted AI from scanning your face. So protect your digital life from Skynet, and get you some Zenni ID Guard. And like I said, using this little thing right here, my specific personalized link will save you 10% on that. So do yourself a favor. I have other links as well. They're all in the description below for all kinds of other things. But this podcast and everything else, you can find it on my website, comics-and.com. All of my platforms, all of my looks, special effects, and otherwise, all my reviews, news, updates, everything, it's all on comics-and.com. If you didn't get to see last week's Bride of Frankenstein look, it's on the website. If you didn't see last year's or the year before's, it's on the website. Go check it out. This podcast is powered by the Red 5 Network. We are a collective of exclusively nerdy podcasters and content creators here to educate and entertain you. So if you like this podcast, chances are you're going to like more of what the Red 5 family has to offer you. So go to red5.bio.link today to discover more of the Red 5 Network. Yes. What do we got here? Dom says, that's what Marvel thinks of British people. Oh, that makes me sad. Good morning, Zero. The finale is shit. I pretty much concur. Later, y'all. Walking into AMC. Rooftop movie looks fun. Ooh, tell me what you think. I kind of want to see that. Hashtag Red 5 family. That's right. Hopes and expectations for the Lantern series. Well, I hope it's good. I hope we see Aaron Pierre with his shirt off. Listen, Jon Stewart, I love him, and I'm so glad they cast Aaron Pierre. And I think Kyle Chandler was an inspired choice for older Hal Jordan as well. Oops, sorry. I hope it's really good. I hope we do get to see some Earth stuff, but I hope we get a lot of space cop show stuff, like buddy cop in space. That's what I want for Lanterns. Fingers crossed. I hope it's good. I need a really good palate cleanser. I need some hope that the DCU can survive and compete against Marvel. And Marvel is in such a good position to be competed with. So let's see what happens. All right, guys. What's this? Danny, did you know that we almost got Deadpool show up in episode 8 of season 2? I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't know who told you that, but I think they're trolling you, buddy. Yeah. I don't believe that at all. All right, guys. I'm out. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you Monday. Stay kind to one another. Yeah. And
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you.
Hey nerdlings, gather around. Dani's in the house and the hype's inbound. From sci-fi dreams to super real schemes, she's the queen of comics and everything in between. Makeup brush in one hand, pen in the other, crafting worlds like no one's ever stars to Mars.